Have you ever heard of it say, yo, set him up that we beat him up? Or set him up that we kill him?
All right, so we got to get into this real quick, all right? So, a rumor is floating around. Well, it's not a rumor, but a young lady is floating around some text messages. And she says, Offset, keep trying to violate me, but stay in my phone asking me to help set up Stefon Diggs. Please, super tender. Now, I want y'all to specifically pay attention to this. This is Offset telling this young lady, allegedly, if these texts are real, I got to protect myself. Y'all know what I'm saying? It says, you a op. Give the drop or don't come back around. So this is Offset allegedly telling this young lady, hey, tell me where the mother effer who was smashing my wife while she was pregnant is at. I don't come back around. And then she responded and said, make sure I'm nowhere near. So we got Akademiks talking about this because he said he actually talked to the young lady before she put out this information. Check this out first, and I got a little more to say.
The day after, not day after, but like hours later, says, yo, and it says, what are you doing? In my room. Call me. All right. She says, Offset, keep violating me, but stay in my phone asking me to help set up Stefon. Please. Super tender shrimp. Now, I spoke to this young lady, chat, and this is why I keep telling y'all, if you're a dude, you want to keep women out of nigga shit. First of all, we're going to address the whole thing of Offset even possibly wanted to do something or do something violent to Stefon Diggs, right? Because I'm hoping this is like on some joke shit. I'm hoping. When I spoke to this young woman, she said the reason why this information is coming out, because I ain't gonna lie, I spoke to her before it came out, and I was trying to talk her off the ledge. I said, listen, she said, Offset been playing with me. I said, what do you mean? She said, I'm going in the club. I want my little trick. I get to the club at the same time Offset get there, and Offset tell the owner, if you let her in the club, I'm not performing. So she felt embarrassed. She said I was with a nigga, he was gonna drop 20 bands in the club. She felt embarrassed. She said, oh, another time he violated me a couple weeks ago. I see him in the casino. When I see him, he's mad that I'm there. He gets me kicked out or banned from a casino for like 24 hours, whatever the fuck. So basically, this is like some Miami bullshit. But apparently she used to be around Offset and his crew. I don't know what she did. I don't know why they're upset at each other. But she felt like she got violated by Offset when they're going into a club. She told me the club, it was a Coco on the river, Coco Jones or something. Miami people know it. And I guess she shows up with some other dude. Offset shows up, and basically Offset says, yo, get this bitch out of here. If y'all let her in, I'm not performing. You know what that tells her? I'm coming online to expose this nigga. Right? And not only expose this nigga, because when she told me about it, I said, I think you shouldn't probably do this. Why? It's going to bubble up into a big story, because anytime people see shit about backdoor things, it's, at least for me, it's taken really serious. Also, this chick has now made the block hot, because trust and believe, if I see messages, if I'm Stefon Diggs, and I don't know if he's a street dude or whatever, but you don't got to be a street dude to have this mindset, because I would have this mindset. If I seen messages of a dude texting a girl saying, give me the drop on act now that I could go spin, and she's responding saying, just do what you got to do, make sure I'm not close, I got to give that person a Ruri treatment. I got to think it's up for life. We're not cool. This is not something we could just dap it up over. Because, again, even though I think clearly nothing, or I'm hoping nothing was done as a result of these text messages, seeing somebody plot on you, I don't know if that's forgivable. Like, if I'm Stefon Diggs, Offset, you better not come within 100 yards of me, right? And also, fuck Thanksgiving. My kids ain't going over there. My girl ain't going over there. And you better not come over where we at. We gonna have to do this very separate, because if you now plotting on my demise, I essentially either have to plot on your demise or I gotta stay the fuck away from you. But we can't be cool. There's no being cool after this. I would think. You get what I'm saying? This is gonna define what type of woman Cardi B is to me. Because anytime you see two niggas that's ready to either hurt each other or possibly kill each other, and the person in the middle, not saying she's amping it, is Cardi, when it gets to the point of this, where I know Stefon Diggs is reading this text message better than he's ever read a football play. He reading this shit better than the playbook right now. He's like, what the fuck? Them niggas is trying to lie me? Yes, nigga. It is upon Cardi B to understand that these two men are probably teetering at the point of extreme violence if they come in contact with each other. Okay? Which means you have children with both of them. It is incumbent on you, especially a chick like Cardi B who comes from, she a brim, right? She come from the streets. You should know, unless you want one of your baby daddies to go to jail or get killed, you need to handle that in a certain way. When niggas start talking about setting people up, I only see it one way. Nobody, have you ever heard of a nigga say, yo, set him up that we beat him up? Or set him up that we kill him? Now, it look like she's posted Offset messaging her again. Is that Offset's profile picture? Oh, he deleted his Instagram? Oh, it look like he deleted it. Okay. So, I guess this is Offset messaging her before he deleted. He says, get back, gang. She sends a kissy emoji. He says, you should go back home to Tampa. You can't go nowhere here. Work none. You will see. She says, I'll be all right, boo. Now, I also told this girl this same thing. So she called me trying to consult me. And I said, I'm going to be honest with you. I don't think you should go up with this. If you're mad at him about whatever, you know, it was clear she was like, nah, I'm putting something out. I said, can't you just call him gay or something? Like, I ain't gonna lie to you. I was trying to pick up for him. Because she's telling me like, yo, I got the messages. This nigga wanted me to set up Stefon Diggs. I'm like, so I'm saying to her, I'm like, can't you just do what every girl do? Just say he got a little dick or something. Like, yo, like do something like that. She was like, nah, he gonna learn. Okay? Now, while I'm trying to talk her off the ledge, I tell her, I say, baby girl, not only should you care about how big this is gonna get when you post it, you should care about your own safety too, right? Like, I ain't gonna lie to you. This is like, when you do this is how people go get the other girls to jump you. Like, you know what I mean? You might want to not post this for you, even your safety. And not only because of what maybe Offset might do, I'm gonna be honest with you. I'm pretty sure Stefon Diggs right now is saying, wait, this chick I had in my section was trying to set me up? You don't look good. You don't look good. There's nothing in this that has you looking attractive.
All right, so y'all know me. Of course, we gonna bring up the IG first. So this is Jordy Gore or Jordy Nagore, and she's the one who put out this stuff on her IG story today. She's saying that Offset is playing around with her. I don't know why she's upset with Offset. I don't know if she felt like she was supposed to get some money for setting up Stefon Diggs, but she feels some type of way, and she posted the screenshot I showed y'all on her stories, okay? Now, this is my whole thing about this young lady. Let's say this is true, and I think Act touched on this as well. I don't think a lot of these girls think this through. Because I know you might think you're somebody in these circles, but to the world, something can happen to you and nobody would care. Your family would be confused. They would be looking for you, so on and so forth. And Act tried to warn this girl. He said it in a nice way, like, oh, somebody might get some girls to come beat you up. No, it can get worse than that. And I think a lot of these girls, they put themselves in these situations running around with these celebrities thinking everything is all good because you're cute or you got some information on somebody or somebody smashed you or some of these dudes, they call you and they like you so you feel protected or you got a couple of Birkin bags and watches. No, You stand in somebody powerful's way, or somebody more powerful and got more money than you. Things happen. So I don't even think this is something that she fully thought about before she did it, but she said she was going to get her way, and, you know, this is the last time he's going to do this to me, or whatever she's talking about. Okay, it sound cool in the moment, but then when you get hurt, you don't think about all of the ways you put yourself in that situation. Now, once again, if this is true and these dudes are trying to hurt each other, or specifically Offset wants to hurt Stefon Diggs basically over Cardi B, it's getting out of hand. And unfortunately, I can't even really fully blame this on Cardi, because, you know, was she supposed to just not move on with her life? Was she supposed to say, oh, my baby daddy too crazy, I can't date anybody? So I can't blame that on her. But they gonna have to figure it out, because she got kids by both of these people and they got to be around each other. But then when somebody is trying to harm somebody or hurt somebody, the whole family dynamic gets effed up. We keep talking about this quote from Jay-Z. Nobody wins when the family feuds. So how does that look now? How does Offset and Cardi B co-parenting looks when he's trying to actively or allegedly set up Stefon Diggs? And what was you gonna do to him? Just like, we can sit here and say, oh yeah, it was gonna be a check-in. He was gonna check him. They might have jumped him. But you know how many times some ish started with, we was gonna jump him, and then now somebody in the hospital or somebody lost their life? You know how many dudes out here are ready to take somebody out over a female? And this also goes back to what I keep trying to tell y'all that I believe about Offset, which is he is very sensitive. I believe a lot of the stuff Cardi says about how he's been harassing her, sending her messages. From the way I've seen him carry himself regarding Cardi B and this divorce online, it all points to, oh, somebody who doesn't know how to handle this breakup. Somebody who's upset that maybe Cardi B gave him the same treatment because he was out here cheating. And then when she pops up with Stefon Diggs, you upset and you can't handle it. And now it's about your kids and your family. But you wasn't thinking about your kids and your family when you was cheating on your wife for the world to see. He wasn't even keeping it low key. He wasn't even keeping it P. The crazy part is, I think that's all Cardi B wanted. I don't think Cardi B really minded him cheating as long as he didn't embarrass her. She might have been down if they was, getting freaky together. And that's the thing now. A lot of these dudes, they got a girl like that who is willing to let them play a certain way. Just keep me in a loop and don't embarrass nobody. And these niggas still F that up. But now it's getting to the point where it might be dangerous. And once again, it's children involved. Stefon and Offset, y'all gotta do better. Y'all gotta do better. At a certain point, it's not about the female. Y'all are men. And men are supposed to carry themselves and operate in a certain way. And be men for those kids. Be role models for those kids. Because these dudes in their 30s, it ain't like y'all young in y'all 20s. Y'all just had your first baby and y'all emotions is flying everywhere. No, y'all are... Offset is a senior parent, like meaning he got multiple kids. But at the same time, if Offset moving like that, I understand why Cardi was just on live talking about she might have to get the authorities involved. Because Offset, if that's true, I mean, I can't get mad at nobody feeling like they might have to call the police. Or might have to take it to court, get restraining orders, whatever. But that puts you in a situation where you can't see your kids. Or your, relationship with your kids gets strained. But then I don't even know if Cardi is that type of person to put you in a situation like that. But if you keep trying somebody, what do you think is going to happen? So very sad situation, but I want to know what y'all think about this. Like the video and subscribe. I'll see y'all next time. Peace.